If you can't go left, you can always try right. If you can't go right, you can always try forward. But no matter what you do, we'll always create a memory because you are special.
Hey everyone, it's Dr. Rashida from RBV, the Milestone Whisperers, and welcome to episode 8. Can y'all believe it? It's episode 8. As you can see, I don't have my backdrop today because today I jumped on here for more of an intimate conversation. Well, all our conversations are, I would say, intimate conversations. But today I'm talking about a personal milestone for myself. And as you can see, vintage 1979. That's what year I was born. I just celebrated my birthday. I turned 46. Last year, when I turned 45, I started doing a lot of the diagnostic tests that you need to do when you enter your 40s. So the mammogram. I didn't have my colonoscopy yet. I did Cologuard though, and that was good. My mammogram was good as well. But guess what, y'all? All my life, I've never been over 100 pounds. Besides when I was pregnant, each pregnancy, I obviously went over 100 pounds. But all my life, I've been super lean, thin. Some people say skinny, whatever you want to call it. But earlier this year, I hit 100 pounds and I've maintained it. So I'm not one of those scale people. So even though um, I am excited about the 100 being over 100 pounds. I'm not like watching the scale. So I don't take my weight every day and all that. But I've been ranging from, I guess, 104 to 108. One day I was 109. But while I do love the extra weight, and for reference, I'm about 5 feet and a half, 5'1" ish. I'm starting to feel shorter now that my boys and even my daughter are like tall. The boys are definitely taller than me, and my daughter is pretty tall compared to me too. But anyway, so being over 100 pounds may seem like, oh, what's that such a big deal about? But I've always wanted to be a little bit over 100 pounds. Little slim, thick. I just always wanted to be that. But now the weight is going to my hips, to my rear, which I like, my husband likes, but also to my stomach. So here's a disclaimer. If you ever see a woman, and we all think it sometimes, like a woman that gains a little bit of weight and it's going to her abdominal area, you wonder if she's pregnant. I've been asked a couple times if I'm pregnant, and that pisses me off. Not, I mean, kind of, but I just think it's rude, inconsiderate. Even if I thought it about women, I never would mention that because body image and mental health and all of that, you never know what someone is going through. You never know if they actually are pregnant and don't want to tell somebody, or if they're struggling with extra weight gain, if they want to get pregnant and haven't. But don't ask people that. Keep those thoughts to yourself. That's rude, inconsiderate, and it could really um, make someone who's not pregnant feel bad, about having a little gut. So that's what I wanted to say about that part. But y'all, I am over 100 pounds. I am loving it. Some of my leggings are a little bit snugger because I was always an extra small, a size 0, double 0. But I'm loving the weight gain. I just need to tone up so that way I could disperse this belly area to other areas. And also, I suffer from diastasis recti, which is an ab separation, and I have an umbilical hernia, so my belly button is protruding. That happened after my first pregnancy. I am afraid of surgery. I've only had one surgery my whole life, which was a C-section with my second son, and I have no desire to get any other surgeries. So I managed with the diastasis recti and my umbilical hernia. But I do need to work out. I'm lazy. Well, I'm not even gonna say I'm lazy. I'm just busy. Um, so I need to really start doing some strength training and tone up and be consistent. So that's my milestone. I reached 100 pounds. I haven't weighed myself for a couple weeks, but I still feel like I'm in that 106, 108 range. So thumbs up to me. Yay. Healthy weight. But the real thing that happens in the 40s for most women is perimenopause. So you guys know that I've suffered with chronic iron deficiency anemia, and I noticed changes to my body regarding like sporadic menstrual cycles, my hair texture changing, my nails not growing, all that stuff. But in the midst of discovering the iron deficiency anemia, I did have to follow up because my menstrual cycle was irregular and was told that I am perimenopausal. So that is something that I want to talk about today. Because it's something that's I don't hear a lot about, especially even in my family. I think a lot of women suffer in silence about the changes that your body is going through. Sometimes I would skip a cycle, then skip another cycle, then skip another cycle. And meanwhile, lately I've been gaining weight in my gut. So people saying you're pregnant, I'm like, no, I can't be pregnant because my husband has a vasectomy. So that would be really hard to explain if I was pregnant. But perimenopause has so many other things that come with it, like emotional changes. Sometimes I'm just mean for no reason. Sometimes I really want to love on my husband so much, and then sometimes I like can't stand him, and it's like it's hard to explain what's going on. Um, so recently, I've started actually talking to my husband about what's going through my mind, especially in the past like couple months when I've been asked about if I'm pregnant. Um, I started just talking to him about like how that makes me feel, and I'm like, babe, I don't always like what my body looks like. Um, I didn't think that I would even get emotional on this, but he's been so good with just understanding that this is a part of what all women go through. It hits people differently. It hits different women differently. I know the genetics part of it plays a huge role. I know my mom wasn't fully um, at that menopause or postmenopause or whatever mark until her late 50s. So I'm like, do I have to suffer with this for like another 11 years or so? Like, this is nuts. So basically, this podcast is going to be a quick one because I really don't have like a structure to it or anything like that. But it's more so just to have an outlet for myself to talk about that. I love the fact that I'm over 100 pounds, but I don't love the fact that it's going to my belly. I don't love the fact that I'm going through these changes in terms of like a sporadic menstrual cycle, crazy emotions, my hair. I colored my hair, y'all. So I use this color shampoo. I see it come on Instagram and YouTube and stuff. It like it's supposed to color your hair when you wash it, right? So I tried it last week and I tried black, and I have dark brown hair, but it's definitely way darker than what I expected. But it covered most of my grays, so I mean the actual hairstyle I don't really like right now, but the color it did a good job. It's kind of dark though, so I think next time I'm gonna try the brown, so that way it's more true to my color. Or I don't know. I might change it up and go blonde. I did blonde like a couple years ago and it grew out and it was cute though. Anyway, as you all know, I could ramble. I could be all over the place, but the takeaway from this podcast, and it's a pretty quick podcast because I really don't have like a lineup of things to say. I would probably follow up with a blog about this topic though, because I think it deserves to be spoken about more. But I just wanted to come on here to give virtual hugs to everyone. Any woman that's going through this, going through perimenopause, this phase of life, it deserves to be talked about and you deserve to be heard. And you deserve to know that these changes to your body is something that you don't have to go through alone. One quick thing that I did want to mention, though, is that my gynecologist put me on a birth control pill, which I don't need to be on birth control because my husband has a vasectomy, but to regulate my cycles. And after 1.5 like packs of that, I started getting nosebleeds. Well, actually, like during the first pack of it, I started getting nosebleeds. It's like crazy because I would look down and my nose would start bleeding, and I would be in a session with a baby and my nose would start bleeding. And it was a low dose birth control pill. And I reached out to my doctor and she said that give it time to take effect to normalize my cycle, blah, blah. But man, and it didn't regulate my cycle. Like my cycle was still on. So I'm bleeding. I have chronic iron deficiency anemia. I can't afford to be losing blood like that. Like my numbers have been good, but I stopped the birth control. So now I'm back to square one. So if anyone has like some experiences that they would like to share about their journey through perimenopause, I'm reading up on things like hormone replacement therapy, which I don't know. I don't know what to do at this point. I'm just going to continue to do my research, and I hope that this sparks a conversation amongst my watchers, my listeners, my followers to share your experiences. I know diet plays a role in how we feel on the inside and how it shows on the outside. So I am going to look into like improving my nutrition because I am a carb queen, a carb lover. I love pasta. I love rice. I love potatoes. Like all the carbs, I love them. Sugar, I grew up in a bakery, so I love like cakes, cookies, cheesecake, all the stuff. But I try to modify these things to see if that would change things from within, not my cycle per se, but just my mood in general. And I feel like my mood still is up and down, especially when someone comments on my belly and asks me if I'm pregnant or I'm wondering where my cycle is, taking pregnancy tests and all that jazz. But anyway, if anybody could share like what your experiences are, I'm mainly speaking to the woman, but even, those supportive husbands like mine that's, going through this journey with their wives as well. I would love to hear from you. I would love to just form a community of women going through their mid-40s. Their mid-40s, perimenopause, body changes, body image, acceptance of these changes that your bodies are going through. Let's form a community and let's just listen to each other and help each other. So please share, please comment, please share your experiences, and I look forward to my next podcast, and I will probably have everything set up again, with my backdrop and all. But yeah, take care of yourselves. Check out my social media, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.